Hello everyone. I am rebatching all my scraps. I measured it up, and in this crock pot I had a whole crock pot full, so I've divided it between two crock pots so it'll go faster. And I'm going, because my scraps, it's almost impossible to shred this thin of a scrap. So I can't really shred it up the way I normally would, and some of the pieces are bigger than others. So I'm going to put a cup of water in each crock, and I'm going to start it out on high to sort of get it going. But normally you just put normally put just a cup for a half a cup for a whole crock. But today I'm going to put a cup for half a crock. So this soap will take a lot longer to mold, or not to mold, to cure, because of the fact it's going to have a lot more moisture. But I can also put it up on high because of the fact that we've got more moisture, because my pieces are really big. And I've been telling everybody, but now I am making soap today, and I have put every bit of coconut oil in that I have in my crocks, because I ordered an order from Essential Depot, but they were going to send me some samples and things, and so they didn't send my order out right when I ordered it, and it didn't get sent out till Friday, and I didn't realize that, and so that caused my order to be delayed, and so I've not gotten my products. And so, but I wanted to tell you about another way that you could rebatch soap, even though that's not what I'm doing today, because I'm out, I don't have enough supplies to do it. But another thing you can do is half it, whatever you normally put in just an average size crock pot, half it and let it cook for an hour, and then put your scraps in that soap. It's a much faster way to rebatch soap, and you get a much, I think you get a smoother appearance. But I'm just not able to do that today. So we're going to do it old school, except for I'm putting more water. And as these pieces heat, I will try to break them up some. And I'll keep you abreast of how it goes. This is my first time to rebatch my scraps. And if you look over, like in this pot, see, I've got some big pieces and some thicker scraps. And what I'm going to do to this soap today is I'm going to make a mechanic soap. I'm going to put charcoal in it. I've been playing around with the idea of putting charcoal in soap to make a soap that would be great for cleaning really dirty hands. So today I'm going to put charcoal in this, and we've got a mixture of essential oils in here, so we'll see, but I think I'll put lemon in it, because lemon's very cleansing as well. But we'll just have to see how that goes when we mix it all together and smell it, and see how much of the mixture of essential oils has stayed in the soap, and see how the charcoal blends, and then we'll decide what we want to do when it comes to scent. So just hang in there with me. Okay, everybody, I am going to give this a stir. The water has gotten good and warm, and as you can see, you have a better to see how big my chunks are, which is not normal. And let's do the other one. Normally you shred your soap up really, really good. There we go. Alright, it's been about 40 minutes, something like that. Maybe 30. Yeah, about 30 minutes. So let's just keep watching. Okay, it has been 2 hours, and I have just come in about every 30 minutes and stirred. And this soap here had more larger pieces, and so every now and then I've been taking and just cutting them up with my spoon like that. And you know, I've had this on high, which normally you do this on low. This one has some of the bigger pieces, but all the small stuff has already went soft. And so I have been stirring it up, but I think that it's mushy enough now that I can take what is in that crock and put it into this crock, and then eventually, once the bigger pieces get chopped up better, melted better, then I'm going to take my stick blender to it to mash it up the rest of the way. And now something I do is I have this wonderful little cake icing knife, and I'm going to scrape down this pot real well. And as I said, this is the scraps out of all my soap. And boy, you ought to smell. It really smells good. It's so many essential oils all floating in there together. Alright, so now I'm going to turn this crock off and put the lid on it. I know I've been just sort of sloshing y'all around here with this tripod. And I'm going to scrape the sides of this crock pot a little bit and clean up around the edges some. And I also think that I'm going to add another half a cup of water. So hang on. Sorry about the wait, but my soap room is a good ways from the hot water heater, and I wanted to put hot water in there because I didn't want to cool down the process. And so we will let this go, and as soon as some of these bigger pieces get smaller or get more mushy, I will take my stick blender to this, and then things will go a lot faster. But as I said, I was putting it on high, and I put more water in than called for. Normally when you do it on low, you just put a half a cup of water per crock pot. And so far we've used 2.5 cups on high. So we'll just have to see what that does. That's how experiments go, you know. Anyway, so we'll keep watching this, and as I said, we're going to put some charcoal in this, and then we're possibly going to put some lemon in here, just depending on how much of the essential oil smells are already, that are still prevalent once we've heated it thoroughly. Alright, bye everybody. Keep on and watching. Well, that seems to have perked up the process, so I'm going to attempt to use the stick blender on it some. It's not been but about 10 minutes, but adding that water to that hot soap really did seem to do the trick. So let's see how this goes. It's going to be loud on your ears. Well, there went my lid. Alright. Now, when you hit a hard lump, it will make the cutest little swirly in your soap. I don't know if you can see that little swirly there and that little swirly there. And I'll probably have to stick blend this some more, but I'm gonna stir it, and that will help the bigger pieces stand out. So, like right there's one. And you can see that really creamed it up quite a bit. But we still got some hard lumps in there. So let's give it the treatment some more. Now, if you try to do this too early, before your solid pieces, if you have any in yours, because see, most time we grade our bars of soap. There is one of my hairs has gotten in the soap scraps. I'm sure that happened when I was cleaning up moles and didn't realize it. I need to wear my hair up on a ponytail more often when I'm making soap, because that would not be nice to find a strand of your soap maker's hair in your bar of soap. But I'm sure that happened when I was leaning over a mold, cleaning it with my hair down. So That's not a normalcy of making soap. It's just because these scraps have been sitting for so long, for several months building up. Let's see. We have still got some small chunks in here, but as you can see, we are getting to a much better consistency. So I'm going to let this cook, and I think that I'm going to turn it down on low now, because since it is in such a creamy consistency, it's more apt to burn on high now and me not be able to tell it from the bottom. So I'm going to cut this on low, retrieve my lid that fell, and I'm going to put the lid back on it and let this cook a while longer. As I said, I think it's been about 2 hours. High and adding more water really seemed to make it go faster. But when you have the shredded soap, you just have to be careful with high, because you'll burn the bottom or dry it out too much. But the thorough recipe is a half cup of water, put it on low, work with it forever. And so we'll see how this turning it up on high and adding more water does when we look at the cure, and see how long it takes for this to cure. If it takes, more than 3 or 4 days to cure, then at least you know ahead of time that it's going to take longer than normal on the cure when we're adding this much water to it and getting it this hot. So we'll just see how it goes. Keep watching. Hello everybody. I have been happily ignoring this soap for about an hour while I was working on other soaps, and we still have, as you know, small chunks in here. Now I had turned it down on low. Sorry about your ears. And so now we're going to use the stick blender again. Let's stir it up, and I'm going to just lightly scrape this off to keep this from dripping. But let's just lightly stir it up now. I see a big lump right there. I swear, the button on my Alright. Let's stir it up some more. See if we see any lumps. Right there's one. There's another one. Alright, let's give it another stir. Right there is one. Okay, that is pretty fair. Well, I dug up some lumps right there. Alright, let's go and get our charcoal. I know you can't wait for that. So I think this took about, y'all been keeping up with the time? I haven't been keeping up with the time. And I think we're looking at 3 hours. But it could be a little bit more than that. I've been sort of telling you how long it's been each time I've turned on the crock pot. So I'm going to go get my charcoal. Now, this is my charcoal. They say that this stuff is really good for certain kinds of ailments. And this is activated charcoal, and this was bought at Wildwood Health Retreat. And so I am going to attempt to find the hole inside this bag. There we go. And this stuff is absolutely fastidious. It just gets everywhere. And so if your soap, if you decide to do this, ooh, look at the cloud coming up. I think maybe I should have put a little bit of this in at a time. What do y'all think? Yep. Definitely should have sprinkled and stirred. Sprinkled and stirred. But in any case, if you find that your soap, boy, will this crock pot have to be cleaned. And Linda, that goes to the Wildwood Church, I think they're considered Seventh-day Adventists, or Seventh-day Adventists. And they're vegan and vegetarian that go there. And she gave me this so that I could try it. And I was so tickled to get it. But if you add activated charcoal to your soap and you get too much and your soap gets all hard, add water. Just add a little bit of water at a time. And you want to make sure your soap is hot when you add this. You don't want to be cooled down. You want to be hot when you add this. Now, I lost a little bit in the cloud of joy that come flying out of here. And I haven't done it yet, but I saw a video that Wildwood has their own YouTube channel. The hospital, I think, but they may do videos from all walks of, or all departments of the Wildwood compound. But in any case, I saw one of their videos where they now have charcoal pads that just you glued. They were like nicotine patches, or those patches you get for a sore back that adhere to you. And they had charcoal ones because I think charcoal absorbs toxins, so it's beneficial during certain illnesses. And so y'all do your research on this. I haven't done it yet. So let's see what this smells like, okay? It has a host of smells, and I think lemon would be awesome. So hang on, let me get this charcoal off my hands. Alright, so hang tight, y'all, and we'll get some lemon. It has a host of smells because it is the scraps of every soap except for soaps that have oats in it that I make. And I should have checked the temperature, but I could tell that the soap was not too hot, just from experience. Sorry about that, y'all guys. You got to make sure you're under 160. But lemon is very cleansing, and I thought that it would go well with the host of smells that seem to be penetrating this soap. Now that smells really, really good. Really, really good. I think I will put another 2 tablespoons of lemon, and that will be that. So in an average crock pot, I think this is in an average crock pot of soap where you're doing rebatch and it's full like this, where this is a little bit less than what I normally get out of 2 crock pots of soap when I mix them together. So this is a little bit less than 2 crock pots, and I have put 4 tablespoons of lemon, but I have all kinds of background scents because of the fact it's a rebatch. Oh. And it smells really good, but I think it needs more. So I'm going to add 2 more. Because I want it to be nice and strong. And I just didn't think it was going to be strong enough. And it seems to be overtaking all the residue smells, but those essential oils are still in there. Okay, that smells awesome. Let's try putting this in the mold. I'm going to have to move a couple of things. Just stay with me. I'll put my charcoal up. And I'm going to move my crock pot back and get a mold right here. Alright, so let's see how much soap we have, because when I do 2 crock pots of 36 to 34 ounces of oil, I usually fill this or almost fill this mold. And this mold is about a 5-pound mold. So we will see how much soap we get. Because I've put 6 tablespoons of charcoal soap. Alright. Now when we cut this, we may have little spots of soap that didn't completely get colored with the charcoal, but I think that's just going to make it pretty. We will see. Alright, let's get a board. Let me make sure you can see good. First, I'm gonna, whoop, I lost a little piece of soap. So first, I'm gonna do that. Let me bring you over here. Just hang on. I know I'm giving y'all a headache swinging you about, but I want to make sure you see how this works. Look over my floor if you can see it. I haven't stripped the old carpet up yet, so out of this bedroom, and so my carpet has got pieces of soap drippings stuck to it. But I will get around to it eventually. And then I'm going to put me down some linoleum so I can keep it washed real pretty. I tell you, this is Midnight Passion. Maybe that's what we should call this. Midnight Passion. And after I put the board in it, then I'm going to roll up an old kitchen towel that's been turned into a soap towel and put it there. And then I'm going to, whoop, I'll save this little ball here and we'll try washing our hands with it. Uh-oh, my thumb messed up the soap. sides to get the air out. Now we're going to put some lines across the top. And did I lose that little piece of soap? Yeah, there it went. Now y'all have to overlook my sink. It's dirty because I've been making soap. And so I got bowls and stuff in there. But let's see if this has any feeling of grit. My hands feel really, 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 really clean. And I didn't super fat the soap because it was already super fatted. Because it was my scraps. Alright, so I'm going to put that under some plastic. And tomorrow we'll cut it. And we'll see how it comes out. So, in a few seconds, you're going to get to see me take this soap out of the mold. Good morning, everybody. Last night, you seen me in my pajamas. Sorry about that, everybody. I was making soap in my pajamas last night. I had them cute little yellow pajamas with the little white flowers on there going. And I didn't realize I got my pajamas in the video every now and then, so you saw me in my pajamas. But anyway, back to the soap. This is our activated charcoal soap scrap Rebatch soap. And it looks extremely black, midnight passion. And I did some reading on activated charcoal on the internet, and I wanted to share just a little bit of that with you. So I'm going to read just a few inserts. Okay, now I did a little search page on Google, benefits of activated charcoal in soap. Okay, and now there are some claims that activated charcoal might be good for acne because it is porous and it absorbs toxins, but it doesn't absorb oil. Or something called serum, I think it is, which is some of the factors of acne. And so it says that there's no really provenness about charcoal and acne, and it says that it is not for severe acne. So I'm not going to go there with my acne because I'm very satisfied with my lemongrass and tea tree and rosemary soap that I put cumin in, not cumin, turmeric in. And so the turmeric is a anti-inflammatory for the bumps. So I'm very pleased with my soap that I'm using for acne, so I'm not going to go there. But I do think this would be a great soap since it pulls out toxins for mechanics' hands, because they're all the time dealing with grease and oil and diesel fuel and possibly and transmission fluid, and then all these heavy duty cleansers which your fingers will absorb. So I think that using it on a mechanic's hand and having it pull out some of those toxins would be very beneficial. So let's just read a little bit about it, but I'm going to skip the possibility of it being good for acne. I've told you about that, except for that it says, is it effective? Possibly. Is it harmful? Absolutely, certainly not. Charcoal is not harmful. Activated charcoal is even taken in capsule form when people want to absorb toxins that might be coming in through their food or be in their intestinal tract, and so it absorbs the toxins as it goes through and expels. When my daughter was not quite 3, I believe. I had taught her to always spit something she didn't want that she put in her mouth in my hand. And I praise the Lord for that, because she found my mother-in-law's purse, drug it under the dining room table, and got into some seizure medicine when she was that age. And she came to me. Seizure medicine at that time was candy coated. It was little red. It looked like candy. And my mother-in-law had put it in a snap pill box because her mother was sick, and she was taking one dose with her, or a couple of doses with her, to the hospital in case at some point she needed to have it readily, because seizure medicine has to be taken very, carefully and controlled. And so she had put it in a little snap thing, and she didn't think about it. It wasn't as prevalent back then, child proof containers and things of that sort. And my daughter got into it, and we had to take her to the hospital because she spit out partially dissolved pills into my hand. And we took her to the hospital, and they run a tube down her nose, and they pushed activated charcoal into her belly to absorb the pills that she had taken, and it helped to save her life. So I know that activated charcoal is used in that way, and I know that it goes into the digestive tract without issue. Okay, off of that story, thankfully she is alive and well. So anyway, charcoal has been used medically, documented from 4500 BC. Discussed charcoal for water filtration. In the 18th century, charcoal was studied by chemists and pharmacists who were interested in its ability to protect the human body from toxins. Activated charcoal is still used today in water filters and as poison antidote. Odor Shield Body Wash. Oh, that's just some kind of little insert there. Okay, how it works. Activated charcoal has high absorptive powers, which means that it draws other elements into itself. Charcoal is activated through heat, so washing your hands with warm water would activate it, I would think. And exposure to steam and certain chemicals. The process causes the carbon to form enlarged pores, which are fissures and pockets in its surface. When it is exposed to contaminants, they literally become trapped in the carbon pores. Charcoal also has antibacterial properties that can help heal wounds. Activated carbon is used for everything from industrial water filters to municipal supplements. Your skin is a living organ which has pores of its own. These pores and the skin permeable membrane allows chemicals and toxins to pass both into and out of your body. Acne has many possible causes, including blocked pores, and it goes on to talk about the possibilities that it could or could not help acne. The antibacterial properties of charcoal can also help alleviate infections and keep them from happening. So that would be great, because I know mechanics often will damage their hands beating around on things. And so, let's see, was there going to read that last part? Oh yeah, that is where it's talking about how that it might not be great for serious acne and why. And so, but it says activated charcoal will not harm your skin, which makes it good addition to your cleansing routine. If you suffer from dry skin, use charcoal soap to replace harsher cleansers. For adults with mild acne, and it goes on to discuss the fact that it might be good for mild acne. So anyway, so I got me a little towel because we put a lot of water in here, and this soap may be very tacky, and I may get all black. I don't know why I wore a white shirt. I gotta be careful. But let's see how it cuts. And that was the big thing about cutting it today, was to see how the activated charcoal would react. How the moisture would react with us using so much water, and how it would cure, how it would cut, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's tacky, so so let me get this mold out of the way, and let's get my cutter over here, and the first thing I'm going to do is cut my board off. Ooh, and there's some of those cute little spots. I think that's going to make it attractive. Yes, that's going to make it attractive. And I am going to let this cure longer than I normally do. Oh, this is so cute. Look, everybody. Isn't that adorable? Oh, that is so absolutely adorable. Because it's tacky, I'm being extra gentle with it. Oh, but this is so absolutely gorgeous. I so hope that y'all can see how gorgeous this is. It's cutting very easily because it's so soft. But this is going to make wonderful Christmas presents for mechanics, or people that do dirty work or dirty jobs. Maybe we'll call it the dirty job soap. Oh, can't do that. And I'm definitely not putting the scraps from this soap, into my soap scrap container. Because I think this charcoal would definitely be gorgeous. I mean, definitely not be gorgeous in the next bar of soap. Have little black specks. Now, this might be a good idea to rebatch your soap like that in the chunky situation. But do another, if you don't want to do activated charcoal, maybe you might do, let's see, like cinnamon, that cinnamon and clove and clove bud, but ground cinnamon is dark, or Toll House cocoa. Toll House cocoa would make a beautiful color, and it would make all these little specks that didn't get colored really shine. Oh yeah, that would be the perfect one if you didn't want to use activated charcoal. Not that because you're not making a mechanic soap, but you just wanted to make a dark soap with your soap scraps and have this cute little effect of the chunks in there, I think that would just be gorgeous. I mean, look how beautiful that is. I mean, I didn't even realize I had that many pieces that weren't dissolved. And I knew I was going to have some spots, but I never realized just how beautiful the spots were going to be in this soap. And that makes me think, wouldn't it be fun to add, like, in your hot process soap, when it's done, you don't add water to it normally. You try to get it molded because you want it to cure fast. Puffy, what are you doing? But then when you want to, when you wanted to, let's say, put pieces of soap in your soap to get this effect, maybe round balls you had made or something of that sort, then what you could do is when your soap is all done, add a little bit of water to it and make it more liquidy, and then put it in the mold, and then push your things, that your other, your solid pieces of soap down in it, and then just know that it's going to be tackier when you cut it, and it's going to take a lot longer to cure, but it'll be so pretty. So I'm just so excited about how beautiful this is, that it's got my little, creative juices just a-sailing. And I think maybe I should have wore some of those like surgical gloves, because I may end up, because this soap is tackier, I noticed that the cold process people wear gloves all the time when they're cutting their soap. But I always thought that was because the lye was still harmful and could still hurt you in the bar, so they had to wear gloves. But it also may be to keep fingerprints off. So, oh, this is so pretty. These are so gorgeous. I'm going, this is right here. Now, in a few days, I will do an update. And let me move this over here. And let me ensure that y'all can see how absolutely gorgeous this soap is. It is so pretty. I mean, it's just beyond pretty to me. And I'm going to sell this for Dirty Hands soap. And this little half bar will cure out much faster. And so I will do an update on, so, just watch. But I'm going to do an update on washing my hands with this soap and see if once it cures, it has a gritty pumice feeling that would be good for scrubbing. And also then I'll do an update on how long it takes for this to cure. But I have no patience for not posting it today, y'all. I'm sorry. I have no patience. And so I do good to wait till tomorrow to cut soap so that I can finish a video. For me to have to wait 4 or 5 days or 6 or 7 for this to cure, and then put it on the end of the video and then post it, impossible. So I will be doing 2 updates, or possibly 1 with a combined of how long it takes for this to cure, and also how it feels when I wash my hands with it, so that you can know in case you want to try this too. So, oh, and now we used Essential Depot's lemon essential oil, and I haven't even smelled of it. I think it needed 2 more tablespoons. I can smell the lemon, but we have the background of all those other smells mixed, and then the lemon added to it. But I think I would have, of course, now when it cures, the lemon may get stronger. Let me smell one in the middle. But right now, I am smelling lemon, but I like it strong, and I think it would be really nice if it was pungent. So I think if I do this again, I will put 8 tablespoons if I have about the same amount of soap. And I'm definitely, if this goes well, and I believe it will, I think this will be a firm recipe. Ever so many months when I have enough, I'm going to make mechanic soap. So I just really, really think this is gorgeous. It is so beautiful and abstract. It makes me think of abstract art or something. Anyway, so we used Essential Depot's lemon essential oil. Essential Depot is an awesome place to buy soaping materials, and I am an affiliate, and that means, like, people sometimes say you give everything away and you help everybody, and you don't keep any secrets about how to make your products. And you've helped me so much. How can I help you? So one, I put commercials on my YouTube videos. Watch the commercial. I get a few pennies. If you decide that you would like to buy from Essential Depot, there is a link on my channel, and to get to that page, on every YouTube video you'll see a little picture of my face up in the corner, and if you click on that, that'll take you to my channel. And I have 2 links on the right side, about a little ways down. You'll see a link to my website, and you'll see buy from Essential Depot, I think it is, link. So if you click on that link, or if you go down below this video in the description, and you have to click on show more, right under the video in the center, there will be a link to Essential Depot. And if you click on that link, it will send a cookie to the shopping cart. And as long as you purchase while you're on the website, at that time you don't leave and then go back later and not use the link, then I get a few pennies for every time you purchase something. And that helps me out. And then, of course, you can always buy some of my soap. I mean, that always helps me out. So, if you feel like that you would like to help me out because I've helped you out, that's how you do it. And being an affiliate with Essential Depot is so easy. When you go onto their website, they have a little tiny, it's just a little small form you fill out. You click on send, and within seconds, you have your affiliate information sent to your email, and then you can put that link on your YouTube videos or your website. There's also a link on my website as well for Essential Depot, and so it's very easy to be an affiliate with Essential Depot, and their products are so awesome that I'm very pleased to be an affiliate of Essential Depot. And I made a comment during the production of this video that Essential Depot was putting some free samples in my box, but that's because I've got to make them a recipe because they're having me down to Florida next month to do classes and video for them, and also 2 or more other soapers are going to. And so they're going to have me down there, and they were just sending me a couple of samples of some of their oils that they sell on their website, because I've got to make a recipe with only their materials that is super duper awesome, and I am so looking forward to doing that. And so that is what delayed my order. It wasn't that they just send me free stuff all the time, because they do not. I just had they're just sending me some palm oil and some beef tallow that I have not used before. I've just not used it before, and some other little things. I think they're sending me a little container of their stearic acid so I can test it and make sure I'm happy with it. They just put it on the website, so if you need stearic acid, go to Essential Depot, or at least, since they're sending me some, I'm assuming it's already on the website. If you don't find it, call them and tell them, say, when you're putting the stearic acid on the website for sale. They've had a lot of new additions to their website lately, so if you've not been there in a while, check it out. So anyway, so that was what that was about. just to clarify, and I'm going to do a video when I make that recipe and share it with you, and I'm going to share it with Essential Depot and all the ladies at the classes, and then that recipe will also be shared on the Essential Depot YouTube channel, and so it will be their personal recipe. All right, so I'm so tickled. So please subscribe, please leave me some comments, and please, if you think this video is worthy, hit the like button and share it on Twitter and Facebook. When you hit the like button, it gives you that little option to do that. And of course, you can just hit the like button because somebody goes along and always makes sure that they hit my videos at least once with the dislike video. I think they dislike me. So they always make sure they hit my videos at least once with the dislike button. And it's distressing when they did my grandbaby video. I mean, what's not to like about me showing my grandbabies out, you know, playing in the front yard? But to each his own. I have never hit the dislike button on anybody's video. And I know, I feel comfortable that I can swear I will never ever do that to anybody. And I am told that soon the dislike feature will be gone on YouTube. And we can only like and not dislike. And I hope so, because it really distresses me when they click the dislike button, like on my father's videos or my grandbaby's videos. It just seems extra cruel. If they dislike my soap videos, to just, you know, do that every time. It's just a soap video, but, you know, that's my grandbaby. So anyway, so if you feel it's likable and worthy of like, please hit the like button and please share. I've just been talking. We'll have to drink some tomato juice. This is breakfast. Now, me and Wesker are fixing to carve a pumpkin for Halloween. So if you would like to see me and Wesker is so much fun, carve a pumpkin, you watch for that video. It will be posted today. Okay, bye everybody. Okay, I just had to put this little video close up of how absolutely gorgeous this soap is on the end. Isn't that pretty? I'm telling you, the men mechanics are going to have it too good. And my daughter's boyfriend is over, and you thought that it smelled like
Old Spice.
Old Spice, and did you think you would use it?
Yeah, I would.
All
definitely.
right. And Bridget, what do you think about it?
It smells nice. It's very pretty.
I just love it. I'm quite tickled over it. It's
I wouldn't mind
got my creative juices just absolutely going. There's going to be all kinds of videos now, but I just had to show y'all the up close view here on the end of how much. And this was so much fun to make. All right, bye YouTube.